Guys, what are you not attracted to in girls? I don't like it when they try to attract a guy's attention by flirting with other guys. Usually the guys they're trying to attract see this and instantly lose interest in the girl. Smoking. Sometimes you see a very beautiful girl, but as soon as you smell cigarettes from her, all attractiveness immediately disappears. I don't see anything wrong with having to set the tone of our conversation on a first date, but I hate situations where I'm the only one asking questions. Yes, I want to know more about you, but I also want you to show interest in me. Exactly. I hate it when a date feels like an interview. I give girls one chance before I bail on them saying, well, this feels more like an interrogation than a date. If they're even a little bit interested in you, then after that they usually start asking questions themselves. If not, then oh well. I had one date where the girl didn't learn anything about me at all. Every time I tried to mention a detail from my life, she changed the subject to herself. Apparently, she didn't care about me at all. But even if that's the case, it's still no excuse to be so rude. We spent 2 hours together. If I had stolen her bag and ran away, she wouldn't have been able to tell the cops anything about me, except maybe describe my appearance and give them my phone number. A guy I know is dating a girl who constantly humiliates him, justifying it by saying she's just kidding. He kind of plays along, but after the third joke in a row about his micro penis, it usually stops being funny. I don't think I could date someone like that. I knew a similar girl. Instead of calling her boyfriend by his name, sweetie, honey, or something else endearing, she called him a piece of shit. When he proposed to her, they eventually broke up. She literally said, "Oh my god, you piece of shit. Like, we get it, you're very vulgar, but can't you call him something else sometimes?" Fake nails. They're sharp. I'm afraid for my eyes. The same things that don't attract girls and guys. Anger, cruelty, bullying other people, manipulative behavior, hygiene problems, some nonsense that she just can't let go of. My buddy once broke up with a girl who didn't wipe her ass well, so bad that she had skid marks on her panties. I remember him telling me, I didn't know how to talk to her about it, so I lied and said I had too many problems and it wasn't the best time for a relationship. He could have saved his relationship by buying a bidet lid online for 20 bucks. Best 20 bucks I ever spent. I don't even know how I lived without it all this time. When she tells all her friends everything, I had a girlfriend who liked to show my intimate photos to her friend. Then this friend would text me and tell me about these photos. It felt like I was dating both of them. There's one terrible quality I experienced after graduating college and getting a job. Some girls are too insistent on moving in and starting to live together, even if you've only just started dating. I understand you don't want to live with your parents anymore, but now I feel like you want a relationship not with me, but with my house. To be fair, you have a pretty nice little house. I want to go inside so bad. And I don't like it when they try to move in quietly. When a girl brings more and more of her things into your house, and one fine day she has no reason to leave. Without any conversation, she starts living with you, and you have no idea how it happened. Unhealthy obsession with social media. Similarly, I don't like girls who constantly, 4 to 5 times an hour, make posts like, "Look at me mouthing along to this rap track." Women who turn relationships into their hobby. Undoubtedly, being in a relationship is great. It requires attention and time, but it's not the only component of life. I can easily recall several of my relationships where women constantly called me at work and tried to monopolize 100% of my time. I remember how many of them got offended and angry at me when I explained that I had other hobbies not related to them. Many of these ladies are very worried that guys play computer games, hang out with friends, etc. Come on, I don't spend all my time on that. At most, a few hours a week. There are too many people who have nothing going on in their lives, and therefore they try with all their might to turn their relationships into a constant hobby. I was very happy when I met my wife. She had her own career, her own interests and hobbies. Even now we spend a lot of time together, but there are days when everyone is busy with themselves. It's not very cool when you constantly have to entertain someone. Underrated comment. If I meet a girl and notice in time that she starts marking her territory, I immediately bail. This is a common problem. The only solution is to stop answering calls at work and not give up evenings with friends. Because if you give up and lose all that, then the relationship will become your hobby too. As a result, you will both become boring people. And boring girls don't like to date boring guys. How ironic. Total and complete inability to handle their own finances. You know, I have enough of my own money problems. It's even worse when they criticize you for being cheap, when in reality, you're just being responsible with your spending. I have one constant rule. If she doesn't know how to save money and has no desire to learn, we won't work out. When they pretend that a lot of guys are interested in them. This often works with girls. Girls like to chase guys that a lot of girls are in love with, but this usually only repels guys. Inability to hold a conversation. Yeah, looks like we shouldn't date each other. When they act like princesses and pretend to be naive and stupid, and when they want to be constantly pursued. Sorry, but I don't have time to play along with your fantasy where I have to constantly fight for you. Don't approach me if you're under 180 centimeters. Then don't approach me if you weigh more than 60 kilograms. This height thing, I never understood it. I'm 162 centimeters tall, and any guy taller than 173 to 175 centimeters seems tall to me. I don't see the difference between 179 centimeters and 188 centimeters. Although I would also prefer to date a guy who is a few centimeters taller than me, so I'm shorter than him when I wear heels. But I think these strict standards are pointless. I'm sure it's because girls get really turned on when they look up our noses. Looks like we've been caught. We're wildly turned on by your nostrils. I had a cool ex and we broke up without any major problems. But she was always afraid of everything. At first it didn't bother me. I constantly supported her and tried to help her overcome her fears. However, over time it started to get annoying. Part of me still believes that she wasn't so much a scaredy cat, but rather wanted to seem cute and make me feel like a big protector man. I was constantly surprised how quickly she switched from nervous breakdown mode to I won't look around when crossing the street. Damn, she was afraid of everything. From lakes to rocking chairs. She was afraid of the scary darkness in summer at 4 p.m. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I think that every time she got scared of something, she just wanted attention more than closeness. I hope I didn't act like an ass in those moments. I hate it when a woman expects a man to do everything for her, but she doesn't want to do anything herself. Relationships are a job for two. For a couple to succeed, both halves must be passionate about each other and try to understand each other. Obviously, this doesn't always work out, but I've had cases where women expected everything from me. I had to pay for everything, give compliments, give time, attention. Fortunately, I'm happily married now, and my wife also puts a lot of effort into our family. Standard Reddit answer: I don't like it when a girl has a bad character. Honest answer: I don't like fat girls. Agreed. I'm hardly attracted to overweight girls. I watch my health and prefer girls who also care about it. Unjustified arrogance and unnecessary narcissism? Like, yeah, you're hot, but not enough to act like that. Such chicks are immediately told to fuck off. No attractiveness gives a person the right to be arrogant. I don't care how hot you are if you're a terrible person. I'll get up and leave in the middle of a date. Lack of any interests. For me, there is nothing more attractive than a woman who is passionate about something. Work, hobby, anything. And I don't care if I like her activity or not, it just has to be. Oh, this should be the top answer. I just refuse to believe that there are people aged 24 to 35 who haven't developed any interest in their entire lives. However, it seems that most of them are. Our everyday lives can be very stressful, and people without any hobbies and interests don't understand why we do them. They see it as a waste of time and money, but people need to spend time on themselves. If you have no interests and don't spend time on yourself, you're probably a boring person. So you play computer games? Do you get paid for it? No? Then why? Are you a child? And I like to eat well and sleep. I read memes on Facebook. I hate it when girls refuse to listen to other people's opinions. Bad hygiene. I love both full girls and even ugly girls. But if you smell bad, goodbye. If you can tell that you take care of yourself, it will have a very positive effect on your attractiveness, regardless of your physique. Many overweight people should pay attention to this. I weigh 131 kilograms, but I take my hygiene very seriously. Yes, I still need more time to find a partner than my skinny friends, but that doesn't exempt me from taking care of myself. Constant dissatisfaction. Girls who see flaws in everything. Honey, there's nothing wrong with loving something. When you love different things, it makes you more interesting. Too much makeup and the orange face and white neck syndrome. Oh man, I've said this so many times. Damn, don't they even look in the mirror? Don't they see that their neck and face are two different shades, clearly separated by the jawline? Bathroom lighting and outdoor lighting are two completely different concepts in the world of makeup. They're husbands. Duck lips and thick lips in general. If they don't suit you, don't do them. Thank you very much for watching. In the comments under the video, you can write what you don't like about girls, and you can watch the video about what girls do that guys don't know about.